40% of Nigerians is said to be battling with mental health disorder as crisis deepens after the advent of COVID-19 pandemic. The provost of Psychiatrist Hospital Abeokuta, the state capital, Dr. Agbola Paul, says the day is marked to sensitize the public on their health status. Hence, urge parents to caution their children against social vices.
We also want our parents to also look out, for the children and their youth in the society, what they take and what they do outside. A lot of things now happening. There are a lot of social vices now that could, if not unchecked, if it's not properly utilized, it could lead to pain abuse. So I will advise parents, we have a lot of work to do, not just leaving it to government alone. Mental health issues or symptoms, you can say over 50-60% of individuals in this country have one form of mental health symptoms or the other. But when we talk about mental health as a disorder, well, the figure could come down a bit lower than that. For instance, if you're talking about depression, you're looking at over 20 to 25% of our population, or even more than that, more so with the economic crisis we have. But there are some other conditions, like major psychiatric conditions like schizophrenia, where we say, well, in the general population is about 1 to 2%. So you're talking about out of 200 million Nigerians, you're looking at over what? About 1% of that 200 million. So by and large, it all depends on the categorization of the illness itself. Whether you are looking at it as a symptoms, just a subset of the problem, or is a disease condition itself, entity of its own. So, but by and large, you could say over 45% of Nigerians may have one mental health issues or the other, which perhaps may not be so obvious. And for those that are obvious, maybe looking at over 20% or so, and at one point in their lifetime, they may come down with this.
However, it calls on the federal government to improve the nation's medical infrastructure and health system for maximum steady growth and development in the sector.